everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Rooted Vines. All right. If you do not know me, I am Mayaka Anderson. I am the owner of a holistic health and wellness emporium. And basically what I focus on this channel, though, is aligning your mind, body, and spirit, because I want you to live a more balanced and harmonious life. That is what it's about. So, hey guys, I'm back with another video. And I'm so glad you decided to join me. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the things, right? When it comes to this video, as I learn how to maneuver through this YouTube thing. Y'all, I'm on TikTok now. So I'm kind of dangerous out there in the Wild Wild West. So I just want to thank you for being here. Today we are talking about archetypes. All right, archetypes, because I want to help people understand when I talk about you are the captain of your ship. When I talk about you are the author to your books, to the chapters of your life, that you have control. I want you to really understand what I'm saying. And archetypes is something that kind of can help us focus on story characters, or you can say roles that we play during our life. All right. So I am not going to stop this for a commercial. I'm going to change that kind of format. I won't be doing any more commercials on here because I'm just going to focus on what I love doing. And that's helping people start their journey, transform their lives and their mindset. Okay. So let's get started. All right, guys. So let's start with architects. Okay. I've already told you they're like special characters that live within inside us, or they can be perceived as roles that we play, right? So you have the basic function of who you are and your personality, what people see most of the time. But we have these different archetypes that are within us that come out when we need it. And so Jung, who is a psychiatrist, who deals with more so the personal psyche, the taking the self-responsibility for your life, because you can change the atmosphere, you can change the trajectory or the map of where you're heading in your life so that you can live the desired life that you choose, right? So he believes that these characters are always within us. Not only are they always within us, but they've been around from the beginning of time since humans, right? Also with that, you can always find these archetypes in storybooks, right? You always have these different personalities within someone in the storybook. And that's what makes the story so adventurous, I guess. So in our lives, we are living the adventure, and we are the first archetype, right? The hero. We are here to play the hero. We are here to learn about ourselves and play the hero, and we're supposed to go and capture the flag and conquer whatever it is that we need to conquer, okay? I know you're wondering, so what are these archetypes, right? We're going to get to that. But I do want you to know that they do show up in your feelings, in your behaviors, and the people you invite into your life. Okay, so feelings, behaviors, and the people you choose to come into your life. That's how they're going to show up. That is kind of like their portal, how the vehicle they use to come out. And so you do have to pay attention to all three of those aspects of yourself, right? So I want you to imagine that your life right now, which it is an adventure. It is an adventure. We have no idea what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes, 1 year, couple of months, weeks, whatever. I'm out of order. It doesn't matter. We don't know. Life is exciting. It can bring us sorrow. It can bring us pain, laughter, excitement, celebration. And it can do that all in one day if it chose to, right? Life is an adventure, but you have to figure out who you are and what roles you play throughout the life, right? Throughout your life, so that you can live the best life possible, because all of these things come and we all get triggered. Even if you've done the work, sometimes something just sneaks up on you and triggers you anyway. So I need you to be mindful of that, because as I was talking to my sister today, I was saying that light, just because you are a light or you're a beacon of light, it doesn't mean that all light and love will come towards you, right? Light attracts all kinds of things, right? So you have to be ready for warfare. You have to be ready for forgiveness. You have to be ready for the challenges and the obstacles your light brings, because it is going to bring some stuff to you. And as you move through these things, through the feelings, the behaviors, and learning who should be in your circle and not inviting everyone, you'll move up these levels, and a lot of this stuff will drop off because you won't pay attention to it, and because the different archetypes will come to help you and assist you, and that is what they're really there for. Okay, so as we continue here, archetypes also, I know I keep using this words, but I want you to get used to hearing it. Okay, so I apologize. The more you learn about yourself, the more you recognize the archetypes in yourself, the better your story gets, right? The better self-control you have. The more things and people and places don't bother you as much, because you understand, or you start to understand, the game that is being played, right? The test that you are putting under, because none of this is really about you. The outside, right? None of that is about you. Now, it is a reflection of you. You are on a frequency that's bringing these things. So you do need to pay attention to that in your life, so that you can adjust, like you do on a radio adjust. You can adjust yourself so that you can find the station that best fits you. Right? That's what this whole thing is about. Trying to find that frequency, that station that best fits you, that you can maneuver in this world, in a place that you feel that you deserve. Okay? That is what we want you to do. So let's talk about the different archetypes that we have. I've mentioned the hero, which is basically us, right? We are coming to save ourselves. Let's get that straight. Number one, point blank. You can pray all you want, but you are going to have to do the work to save yourself. You know, if you are in a ditch, you're going to have to do some climbing. It kind of reminds me of the story with the guy who was laying, everybody's getting healed by the healing pool. And Yeshua comes up and he's like, do you want to be healed? The guy has every excuse, wants to tell his whole story, but that's not the question that was at hand. The question was, do you want to be healed? A simple yes would suffice, right? But sometimes we get caught up wanting to wear that badge of honor of pain, that we need to tell a whole story instead of getting what we need so we can move on, okay? So when we talk about the archetypes, we got the hero, that's us. Let me say that again. We face the biggest challenges, but we do have courage. And I tell you, we have courage and we have hope, because we keep moving forward. We don't stop, right? We take on what is given. Now, we don't always take it on properly. We don't always do the right thing, but we're willing to face a lot of the stuff that comes head on, right? Okay. So then we have the mentor. Okay. That's another archetype within ourselves. It's the wise one. The wise one that's telling you, okay, there's a better way to do this. Let's say it like this. Let's go down this path. It's constantly talking to you. Wisdom and knowledge is there for the taking. But sometimes we're so clouded with noise that we can't hear it. Or we're too scared to do it because it doesn't seem like that way is the most traveled way, right? Who's doing it that way? But the mentor is a mentor for you. It's not a mentor for everyone else. No one else can walk the path that has been given to you. Your assignment was only for you. So the mentor is going to give you what is going to work for you. I was listening to something about nutrition, and a young lady said that She gave her blood type, and I can't remember what it was, but she said when she looked up her blood type, she saw that she couldn't have, her blood type shouldn't have oranges. You know, if this blood type gets oranges, there's some swelling that can happen and some other stuff that could happen. And she said she learned for her, she can't just, there's people who can eat oranges and it's fine, but for her blood type, that's not a good option for her. And this is how this works in this journey. So if you have the mentor, it's going to mentor only you. It is set up only to serve you. Okay, so you can't go down the path everyone else has traveled. You'll find yourself deeply hurt and disappointed. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the villain. And the villain seems to get like 50-50 play. So like you are like 50% villain 9 times out of 10 and 50% hero, right? That's because of what this realm presents. So the villain really helps you get over obstacles. It helps you get over those big difficulties, to overcome some big traumas. That's what the villain is for. But people don't understand that, and they use their villain to hurt, manipulate other people. And it's not pretty. And when you go down that rabbit hole, the villain can get so lost and entrenched in the opposite of what it was supposed to do. So now instead of getting over obstacles, now instead of getting over challenges, you're actually creating them for yourself. And you're thinking it's come from an outside source, but it's you all along. It's because you didn't know how to properly recognize your villain. And this is why I say when you get into archetypes, you have to know yourself. So you need to write down and jot down your feelings when you go through certain things, so you know, and you get in touch with your gut feeling. These architects are going to go through ups and downs. You're going to go through ups and downs. You're going to be in darkness sometimes, even with your light. It is not an easy journey, but we can make it easy once we really understand ourselves and break down who we are, who we believe we are, and then who we know for a fact, hands down, no matter who comes in our lives, who we are, because we must be able to build and stand on our own foundation so that no one can come and just blow us back and forth like the wind, that the waves can't just toss us anywhere, that we are going to be able to direct where we go and stand on our own. That is what being able to deal with self and self-reflection is all about. You want to be able to make better choices. Be the hero you have been waiting on. Like I said, nobody's going to save you but yourself. So now I'm going to give you some examples so that you really understand what I'm talking about here. All right. So let's get to the examples. All right, y'all. So here's the examples. How many of you have seen the movie The Wizard of Oz? Just put your hands up. All right. The Wizard of Oz is like the best example I can give of different archetypes. Okay. So let's start off with Dorothy. Okay. Dorothy is the hero, right? She's the one who had to leave home. She had to leave everything behind. She took this journey, whether she wanted to or not. Life presented her with a journey that she had to go through. It was like an initiation process for her to change her mindset, the way she saw things, the way that she dealt with other people. Just overall, it really just hit her in every single point. All right. And through her story, through the hero part of Dorothy was her resilience, right? She was determined to get home no matter what. Her bravery. She had to brave her fears of meeting new entities like the scarecrow, the lion, all of that. She had to brave all of the other weird things going at her, monkeys, whatever. She had to brave the wicked witch. There was a lot of things going on that she had to face. And in this, if you think about your life, there's a lot of things you have to face. Once you leave home, there's a lot coming at you. And you got a lot of different characters coming to try and befriend you. And you have to be careful on who you befriend, who you let in, who you're willing to help. You have to really know who your enemy is. And sometimes you have to recognize that the enemy is you. All right. That's a whole deeper conversation right there. Okay. But she is the classic hero. So then we're going to move on. I'm sorry. I thought I heard my husband. The Scarecrow. Now, the Scarecrow, we could think of more of innocence, the innocent portion of self, right? Um, he feels he lacks the brains, right? And when we say brains, you lack the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the comprehension of things, right? And in this, she has to realize that everything she needs, all of the information that she is desiring to, that will help her catapult her out of Oz, is within her, right? She does have the brain. She has the knowledge. She knows how to figure this out. And as you can see, she comes to the Scarecrow and she comes up with these ideas, and she puts the ideas in the entity's head because she already knows the answers. But she was scared that she didn't know the answers. And she doesn't realize she's doing this, right? She doesn't even realize that, hey, Scarecrow, look, I'm going to see the Oz, and definitely the Oz should be able to give you brains, right? And during all of this, she is always uplifting and feeding into the Scarecrow, the wisdom. She's tapping into the knowledge, the understanding, and making sure the Scarecrow can comprehend what she is saying. That is really an aspect of Dorothy. Okay, so let's go on, and we're going to go to the Tin Man. Now, the Tin Man, as you remember, believes he doesn't have a heart. Right? How many of you have been plagued with they call it the imposter syndrome? And it doesn't exactly mean that you don't have a heart. It just means that you feel like you don't belong there because you feel you haven't put in the work, and now you're at a certain level. How did you get here? I don't really belong here. People are going to see that I'm not real. I don't have the heart, the emotions to care for you. I'm just faking the funk, but really I don't have the tools to help you. But I'm saying I do. That type of thing. So the Tin Man Dorothy feels like she's missing the heart, right? She's missing the emotions, or her emotions aren't lining up properly with the situations that are coming. She's meeting fear with happiness, or is she meeting sadness with doubt? Like, the emotions are not matching the situation, okay? And that can be really scary because you feel like you're not worthy of being loved, and then that you can't love back. But as she's on this journey, she starts to love and care for the Scarecrow. She starts to love and care for the Tin Man, right? So these capabilities are within her. And even though she's going through this and they're going to Oz and they're on the yellow brick road, she still cannot see that she has the answers that she needs to continue this journey, and everything will be okay. So then we come to the Cowardly Lion. All right, my favorite character. The Cowardly Lion possesses and represents courageousness, right? The warrior type, the fighter. But she felt she didn't have that. She didn't know how to fight for what she believed in, what she wanted, what she agreed with. She felt she was lacking in that, and that she felt she was fearful. And I'm sure in Oz, it probably elevated her fear like 100 times, right? I'm in a new place. I got these new entities. None of this makes sense to me. I've never been in a place like this. I'm not home. My family ain't around me. What's going on? The fear can take over, and you can forget that you do have the courage inside of you to keep fighting and go. And the only thing that kept her really going is that her desire to be home. She at least had a goal, a destination to fight for. And so this made the story even better because she was just determined. But she had to make sure that the lion knew that, hey, you are a lion. She had to talk to herself. You are a lion. You are the king of the jungle. What are you talking about? You are fearless. This is the stuff that she had to put in the lion, but really she was putting it in herself. She had to speak those affirmations all the way to Oz, right? All the way to Oz. Now we get down to Toto, right? Now, Toto can go two different ways. A lot of people say that Toto the dog was a companion, right? That you always have love and support. But the truth is, all of the entities gave her love and support in their own ways. And so I like to look at Toto as her subconscious, right? I think that's exactly what Toto was, right? Toto was always on it. Toto was pulling back the veil. He was showing what was real, right? When she thought she was going the right way, Toto was like, no, this is where we're supposed to go. When we talk about intuition, when we talk about discernment, that was Dorothy's Toto. What are you doing? You're going the wrong way. This is where we're going. No, look at this. Forget about what you're looking at. Over here, I'm going to show you what's really going on. Toto was very powerful. He was not just a companion, but her subconscious, helping her see what was real and what was true and the correct path that she needed to be on to get to where she needed to go. So intuition and discernment, definitely Toto. Connection to the unconscious. So Toto never left her side. The unconscious will never leave you. It knows what you need. But one thing about the unconscious, you got to be careful of what you feed it, because it will feed you something back if that's what you want. Because you're like Toto, your unconscious is loyal to you, right? So if you say something like, we were talking about this at a woman's brunch. If you tell, I think it was, or maybe my mastermind, but if you tell your subconscious that, oh, I'm never gonna, this project I'm doing is gonna be a failure. Your subconscious, like a loyal dog, will go out and find you all the memories to back that up. You know what? You're absolutely right. Because remember in 5th grade, that project you did, you flopped. Oh, wait a minute. The job they told you to do such and such, and you didn't do such a good job. They said that, they kind of left you behind and found someone else to do it. Your unconscious will go fetch whatever it is. Your unconscious is Toto. It will. So you got to be careful what you feed it, because it's like a two-edged sword. And like I said, the hero, you have to be able to recognize who you are, what you are, and whose you are, number one. Okay. So the connection, because that loyalty is there with the subconscious. Trust and guidance. Like I said, she trusted in Toto. When Toto was like, hey, boom, we going this way, or look over here, she would follow Toto. Oh, what is Toto? Toto's over here. Where's Toto at? She's very concerned about Toto. She had to stay connected to the consciousness, to the subconsciousness of who she was to get to her desired spot, right? So the pursuit of hidden things, even when they came up to the Wizard of Oz, and when Toto went back and pulled the sheet, pulled the veil, and said, "This is nothing but a mere man. You've been following a jokester. You've been following and tagging someone that's not even real." Someone who doesn't have power, and most of all, someone who doesn't even have authority. Right? Everybody's been telling you, this is who you need to see. This is going to change your life. And you get here and it's a fraud. How many of you have done that? Followed someone, right? It sounds good. It looks good. Everybody's saying, yeah, I took that course. Everybody's saying, yeah, I went down there and filled out the paperwork and they did this and that. But when you got there, it was a fraud. It was a fake. They wasn't real. They weren't who you thought they were. Many of us have gone through that. So your Toto, your subconscious is pulling it and saying, listen, look at this. When you feel that in your tummy, it's saying, look, take a closer look. Do a little more research. Okay? Hold on. My dog is acting fool. And so this is why it's so important to know yourself. Do not go down the rabbit hole, right? Don't go, because to see Dorothy stand there and see that this was just a mere man, right? A mere man with no authority. Couldn't help her one lick. She was broken at that moment. But she didn't realize all that it took for her to get there, right? And then And then wait, that's the end, because before then she was still believing, right? He done sent her on a dangerous mission. He done sent her on a dangerous mission before she even knew that she was in the presence of a fake. And so for her to go through this, go out there, kill herself, right? Kill her other self, because really the wicked witch was a part of her also, that villain part that wasn't playing the proper role, right? Because she had the good witches and they had the same power as the villain witch, as the wicked witch. It's just the wicked witch was allowed to use her powers for wrong, right? Something had gone wrong and she had gone rogue. And that was a part of Dorothy, as you remember in the beginning of the movie, right? Because she was dealing with her, was it her auntie? Dealing with her auntie that wasn't right. She just felt like things weren't right. That was the witch. So once she killed that part of her and came back and was like, I did it. Give me what you promised. Give me what I deserve, right? And then she finds out she did all that for nothing. That's how she felt. But in truth, she gained it all. She gained it all. And she got to see herself for the first time as a whole person. And she addressed herself one archetype to the next. So for the scarecrow, she had to realize, I am smart. I am wise. I am reliable. She had to move to the lion. I am courageous. I am fearless. I am a leader. She had to move to the Tin Man. I love you guys. I love myself, right? Toto, her unconscious, sticking by her, killing the side of her that wasn't there to help her, but to hold her back. And then addressing the person that led her in the wrong direction. But even in that, she still had grace. Because I want to let you know something. There are going to be people that come into your lives. This is how people be like, please hate on me. So the more haters I have, the better I do. And that's kind of like in Dorothy's story, right? He didn't mean to put her in that situation. But that's where she ended up. But he gave her the push she needed to move on and to recognize who she really was and her true purpose. And so although you may split ways with people come in to test you. People come in to motivate you. People come into your life to show you different things. And so this so-called Oz has moved in to show her something, right? To reveal something to her. Because I'm going to let you know something. Love and light has some dangerous waters to tread, right? You will find yourself in some dark spots sometimes trying to maneuver through these deep waters. But what I want you to do is keep your head up. I need you to speak into your life. And I need you to kill that part of you that will not let you advance. That part of you that has gone rogue. Who's not trying to go the same way that you desire to go. Right? And I need you to talk to your scarecrow. Talk to your Tin Man. Talk to your lion. And I need you definitely to keep in touch with your Toto. As long as Toto is loyal to you, please be loyal to Toto, because Toto is putting in that work. He's throwing up the flags. He's trying to wave you down. He's trying to show you to stay on this path. And Toto, remember, is your subconscious. So I leave that with you, and I pray that somebody gets something out of this and that I explain this the way that I needed to explain it. So I want to say blessings to all of you. And again, thank you for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And before I go, I just want to let you know that I pray that whatever you seek in this life, whatever you desire in this realm, that it is seeking and desiring you. Ashe, my family.